Not, the next item up is System Recognition, the Career and Technology Education Month, and we have Christine Pearl and Eric Haynes to lead the charge.
Good evening. First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here tonight to celebrate Career and Technology Education Month. February is National CTE Month, and we've been celebrating all month, from FFA students coming 2 weeks ago to speak with you about their programs, to the technology fair that Ms. Kuzmano mentioned last night. It was our 22nd year, and we had 168 middle school students competing in various engineering competitions, as well as students from each of our Career and Technology Center programs. They were doing hands-on demonstrations with members of the community, and it was really exciting to see that last night. The national theme for CTE Month is recognizing classroom innovators. And while you can see innovators in CTE classrooms throughout the county, we've chosen to highlight the area of computer science tonight. So I've brought some experts with me over here tonight to talk to you a little bit about computer science. So I'd like to start by inviting Emily Wolf and Penny Owens up to join me, if you guys will come up here. And Emily and Penny are from Newmarket Middle School, and this year, under the leadership of their technology education teacher, Chris Olson, they got to participate in a school-wide hour of code. It was about the second week of December, where the entire school population had a chance to learn a little bit more about coding and computational thinking. And so with that, I want to ask Emily and Penny to both share with you a little bit about what they did for Hour of Code, and also if you could tell us maybe something that you learned and something that you liked about learning more about computer science. So Emily, do you want to go first?
Sure. Thanks. Well, for the Hour of Code, we logged onto Chromebooks and went onto the hourofcode.org. And at first it was pretty easy, but then it very quickly started to get harder as you had to do more coding exercises and activities. And it was quite fun, more fun than I thought it was going to be actually. And I really enjoyed it, and I actually learned how to write codes, and that's something that I wouldn't have learned otherwise.
So I found the Hour of Code really exciting because we went on to code.org, which is something you can access at home as well as at school. So if you finished something at home, you started at school. We basically went through a bunch of games and activities that helped us learn what coding was and how to do it in a couple different coding languages like Python and JavaScript. And I thought it was really fun and exciting.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And if you guys will just hang out here for just a minute in case the board would have questions at the end. But at this time, I also want to invite up a couple more of our students. If Devin Ertel and Riley Wiesekel and Nate Self would join me up here. Riley and Devin are from Linganore High School, and their teacher, William Crum, has been an innovator in bringing the foundations of computer science curriculum to life in Frederick County Public Schools. And Linganore students have been among the first in the state to be able to take that course. And Nate, he is here from Middletown High School, where his teacher, Michael Malafarina, has been a true innovator with computer science education. His instruction on processing and the way he's been able to integrate Google Classroom into the computer science classroom has been truly impressive. So I wanted to bring them up here as well. And if it looks like Devin, if you wouldn't mind stepping up here, and if the three of you would tell us a little bit about what computer science courses you've taken in high school, and also tell us, some things that you've learned and that you like about computer science.
Okay.
Thanks.
I took Foundations of Computer Science and Programming and Computer Concepts. In these classes, we learned about HTML and Java, kind of web-based programming languages. And Foundations of Computer Science kind of was focused around kind of a graphical output. And I enjoyed that because I'm an art major. I'm going to college next year. And so I enjoyed that I could actually see what my coding was doing and the kind of output that it gave, and it was just kind of fulfilling. Yeah.
All right. I took a Foundations Programming and AP Computer Science. We learned basic language, Java processing, C++, and HTML. Throughout the classes that I took, I've really taken an interest in computer science, and it's turned me towards being undecided in my college major into looking into a computer science major, which may lead to my future career. So I feel like that's heavily influenced what I want to do when I get out of high school. So.
Hi, everyone. I took Principles of Programming, which was the name of the first course for computer science my sophomore year, and followed up my junior year with Concepts of Computer Science and AP Computer Science, and I will be attending University of Maryland next fall for computer science major. And the thing that I just really wanted to talk about today is how I think these 3 computer science courses, especially the programs and projects that Mr. Malfrain has developed, really work to emphasize the creative freedoms of programming, with students creating their own interactive game projects and working on artificial intelligence that compete in a 2-class-long tournament called that we've named Robot Wars. It's a really fun activity for everyone to participate in, and it creates a lot of competition in the class. But ultimately, what I think it helps for in the STEM field is it teaches all the students how to manage projects better by themselves and to work in teams, really to learn the sort of values of taking control of your own education. That is so vital to STEM education, and it pushes people to go above and beyond. So I'm really grateful to be here and support STEM. Thank you.
Thanks, Nate. And finally, we have 2 of our students, Mr. DJ Edwards and Evan Spangler. They are from the Career and Technology Center. They're in the Cisco Networking Academy there. And DJ is also a student at Walkersville High School, and Evan is also a student at Governor Thomas Johnson High School. And so I'll give them the opportunity to speak to you a little bit as well about their programs and what you're learning in the Cisco program with their instructors, Mr. Jones, Mr. Baker, and Mr. Dorsch, 3 outstanding instructors over at our Career and Tech Center.
All right. Starting as a sophomore, I took the computer technology class at CTC. After finishing that up, my junior year, I did Cisco networking with Rob Jones. And for my 3rd year tech extended, I came back for a 3rd year last semester and did cybersecurity. For the past 9 months, I have been working for technology services with Eric Root and Chris Bonner, and using the skills that I've developed in these classes, these 3 very fundamental classes. I learned the skills necessary to pretty much troubleshoot any problem that we've seen so far in technology infrastructure. All right. Yes, ma'am?
I got one for you. I got a problem for you, but I just wanted to tell you I have a problem.
All right.
If you get bored, let me know.
All right. Give it on.
When I was 12 years old, I, through self-study, earned my A+ certification. In freshman year of high school, I took a Principles of Programming course, which was introductory to Java, and I quickly learned that was not for me. I did not like programming in the slightest. When I came to CTC, I took a dual-track program and took the first year of A+ and the Cisco first year at the same time. And there is no end to the good things I can say about the teachers there, the school. The teachers work with you, with each student individually, adapt the program to them to their strengths and weaknesses and help everyone reach their full potential. After that year, I took a semester of Security Plus, and I am currently in the security clearance process with the Department of Defense for an internship next year.
Awesome, thank you. Well, as you can see, we have some amazing things going on in computer science and throughout career and technology education. And just want to thank you again for this opportunity to celebrate CTE Month. And at this time, I'll open it up to any questions that you might want to ask any of our students that are here tonight.
I want to say that the first challenge is if any of you can fix Mrs. Groth's email problems, you can graduate early. I think she'll let you get out of here a little early. So, Dr. Bengali.
Well, congratulations. So you people are learning 21st century science. And someone talked
Dr.
about
Bengali, can you pull the microphone over?
Someone talked about AI. I just read that in about 20 to 25 years we have true artificial intelligence. Of course, then what will we do? I don't know yet. And somebody mentioned that computer science you're going to apply to the art field. And that's the fascination about computer science. It touches every area of our lives. And I think in about 10 to 15 years it will become important, including Mrs. Groth, that everybody will have to learn programming. So get ready for it. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Ms. Schaefer?
Well, I just want to thank you all for coming out and for your parents for bringing you. Some of you probably didn't need parents to bring you. But I love to hear when students have found something that they really love and that sparks their imagination and wanting to learn more about something. That's what this is all about. As well as when somebody finds out this is not for me and this is not something that I'm going to do in the future. And I pretty much figured that out for myself. I think that self-knowledge is so important. Did you want to?
I'm sorry. When I meant that I was not interested in it, I was not interested in programming.
Right.
I'm not good at building things up. I'm good at diagnosing, fixing things, networking, but that side of computer science I have no ability in. So, and CTC really helped me there.
That's great. Well, like I said, self-knowledge is the most valuable thing that you can have. And I want to thank your teachers because I know you all are providing a lot of great leadership at our schools to provide Hour of Code and to spearhead that kind of thing as well as instruction every day. So I want to thank you all as well.
Colleen?
I also just wanted to thank you all for coming out tonight and thank all your teachers for doing such a great job. And I actually work in technology and have for about 20 years. And I had a nice conversation with Mr. Dorsch and Mr. Jones last night at the fair. And, you know, it's when you have worked in a field for 20 years and all you have seen is growth and all that is coming is more growth. I personally feel that you've chosen the right path, that you've started in the right arena. And you'll be amazed at how many, right now when I go out to start my car, there's a computer in my car and there's code involved in the ignition switch. You know, there's code involved in our refrigerators and our clothes dryers and, you know, so it's everywhere. And just having that basic foundation of knowledge about how commands come together to make something happen makes you a smarter person in the world. So congratulations on that choice too.
I wasn't kidding about having a terrible email problem, but I'm not going to get into that tonight because that's probably...
It's not their fault, Katie.
I know, but when you mentioned Chris Bonner and Derek Root, I knew that those are the guys I would go to too, so I'm glad that's who you're with. But let me thank you all for coming and speaking so eloquently on the things that have excited you about your experience in technology. And I was really pleased and happy to go out to the Hour of Code at Newmarket Middle School, and I had a great time. I sat with a young lady who just blew me away with what she knew. But I would like one of you young folks to tell me, just can you define what coding is? I mean, we've always thought about coding as another language, and I suppose that's what it really is. But if somebody could just describe and give me a definition, a working definition, layman's terms for coding.
So coding, I guess, could be most simply defined as the practice of providing simple commands to basically a calculating processor that can work together in sequence to complete more complex tasks for us and make work easier, as all technologies aim to do. So,
But coding, in other words, whenever you do that, you're really basing everything on on-off switches, right? Everything's
Yes.
either on or off.
Yes,
And so
essentially.
the combinations of all those tiny, very, very rapid firings of on and off are what it's all about.
Yes,
That's
and
the basic piece.
And essentially, what the job of many programmers is to do is to create different languages that make code and make programs more easily readable to other folks by putting them in English translations so that the on and offs can eventually be broken down to the simpler definitions that we all know them by.
I'm glad you're going to College Park.
Thank you very much.
I'm just curious if any of you are interested in talking about what more you would like to see in the program, or what additional classes or offerings, or what you'd love to learn more about. That's important to us. Come on
Step
down.
up, I see you're.
Yes.
Well, personally, I'd like to see more women in the classes.
Amen.
Yeah. In my
A women,
personally,
yes.
in my experience, we only had like 3 women in our classes.
Why do you think that is? I'm just curious.
Because I think science, computer science specifically, is more pushed towards men. That's kind of like my personal view, that it's kind of skewed, like gender roles kind of is like intermingled in that. It's kind of how women are kind of pushed towards more artistic things, and that's not bad in itself, but the fact that they're only focusing on these things and not pushing them towards looking for what they're interested in instead of what people think they should be doing. And yeah, did that make sense?
I really appreciate your
Okay.
answer. Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate your candor.
Yep, it's great. Anybody else?
I also want to thank Eric and all the teachers and staff at the various schools for, again, inspiring you to be interested in, as Ms. Schaefer said, it's always good to be exposed to something to find out whether you like it, or again, find out whether there's a different avenue of that you're interested in. And again, I know in going through school, having the opportunity to work in a different area and see if you really like something is important. It's one reason I utilize a lot of interns, because again, it gives those students an opportunity to see if it's something that they like. I know personally I rely heavily and love technology. I hate when it doesn't work because I can't do anything at that point. So your jobs are to keep it going, keep it working hard, and make sure that we have the resources that we need. It's great that you're learning these skills, and I mean, hearing about the fact of people getting their certifications when you're in the 8th grade, was it? Yeah, that's very incredible that you had that interest at that level and went on to pursue it. So again, thank you all for what you do. I know Dr. Marco has a few comments as well, but thank you for what you do, and thanks for coming out this evening.
I'd also like to extend a thank you to Mr. Haynes and Ms. Pearl for their phenomenal leadership of the CTC. It's one of the most recognized programs within the state of Maryland, and that's a lot of hard work through the leadership of those two, as well as all the teachers that invest their time and energy into this program. Your testimonies today are just as inspiring in the sense that Frederick County Public Schools is providing engaging, relevant, and authentic education to you. This young man, when you said that you found something you didn't like and you had other options, that's the path we need to continue to head and make sure that all our students have options. So I just commend this group. You have the brightest future ahead of you, and I wish you the best, and thank you for coming this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.